Peppa Pig and a busy day at school. It's Special Talent Day at school, and Peppa is very excited. She has many different talents, so she hasn't decided which one to share.
Wow!
Maybe I will jump rope, says Peppa, or sing or dance. Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa and George eat a good pancake breakfast. They get in the car and go to school. Peppa's friends have already arrived. Pedro Pony, Candy Cat and Rebecca Rabbit are there.
Hooray!
Good morning, says Madame Gazelle. Are you ready for Special Talent Day? We'll share our talents this afternoon, but first we have a very busy day. The class practices counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, begins Madame Gazelle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shouts the class. Then Madame Gazelle asks the class to name things that begin with each letter of the alphabet. A. Apple. B. Balloon. C. Cake. D. Dinosaur. E. Eggs. F. Fish. G. Guitar. H. Hat. I for ice cream. J for jam. K for kite. L for ladder. M for monkey. N for newspaper. O for owl. P for pizza. Q for queen. R for rocket. S for scooter. T for truck. U for umbrella. V for violin. W for watermelon. X for xylophone. Y for yarn. And Z for Zoe Zebra. Then it's time to play store. Peppa and Susie are the shopkeepers. What would you like? asked Peppa. Do you have any cookies? asked Danny Dog. No, says Peppa. But we do have a toy telephone that will be $1. Thank you, says Danny Dog. Do you have a loaf of bread? asked Pedro Pony. No, says Peppa, but we do have a dollhouse. Well, okay, says Pedro Pony. What can I buy for $100? asked Rebecca Rabbit. How about a carrot? says Peppa. Everyone laughs. Next, it's time to paint. Peppa wants to teach George how to paint a flower.
Wow!
Make a circle, says Peppa. George paints a green circle. Then he paints a green zigzag line. That's not right, George, says Peppa. George keeps painting. Madame Gazelle looks at Peppa's painting. What a lovely flower, she says. And George has painted a dinosaur. Perfect. At lunchtime, Peppa and George eat sandwiches with Danny Dog. There's watermelon for dessert. There's a new tire swing and Peppa wants to try it out. She squeezes in. Help! She cries, I'm stuck! Oh no! Peppa looks funny in the swing, but Peppa doesn't think being stuck is funny. Her friends try to help. They pull and pull and pull. Out comes Peppa. Let's play on the slide, she says. It's time for music, 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 sings Madame Gazelle. Everyone choose an instrument. Danny chooses the bongo drums. Look, I've got cymbals, says Rebecca. Zoe gets maracas. Freddie chooses a triangle. And Pedro has a tambourine. Everyone plays together. Boom, bang, crash. Oh my, cries Madame Gazelle. That sounds a bit more like noise than music. Let's go one at a time. Then each of you can join in. Ding, 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 goes the triangle. Boom, 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 goes Peppa's bass drum. Bang, 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 go the bongo drums. Crash, 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 go the cymbals. Shaka, 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 go the maracas. Lovely, says Madame Gazelle. Finally, it is time for special talent. Everyone takes a turn. Danny Dog's special talent is drumming. Bang, bang, bang. Pedro Pony does a magic trick. Everyone closes their eyes and he makes a glass of water disappear. Zoe Zebra sings. Candy Cat jumps rope. Oh no, thinks Peppa. Now I can't do either of those. It's a good thing I'm good at dancing too. Then Susie Sheep gets up. I'm going to dance, she says. Oh no, says Peppa. What's the matter? Asks Madame Gazelle. I don't have a special talent that hasn't been done already, says Peppa. Of course you do, says Madame Gazelle. Think of something you really like to do. Peppa is quiet. She thinks. Then she smiles. I know, she says. She grabs her boots. Follow me. I'm the best at jumping in muddy puddles. Peppa jumps in a muddy puddle. Then everyone jumps in muddy puddles. This has been a very good day at school, says Peppa. And it has. The end. Peppa Pig, Fun in the Sun. Peppa Pig has fun. She has fun in the sun. She has fun when she jumps. Jump, jump, jump. She has fun when she hunts. Hunt, hunt, hunt. She has fun when she tugs. Tug, tug, tug. She has fun when she runs. Run, run, run.
Wow!
She has fun in the mud. Mud, mud, mud. Peppa had fun in the mud. Now she must have fun in the tub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. The end. Peppa Pig and the Vegetable Garden. Peppa Pig and her little brother George are playing at Grandpa Pig and Granny Pig's house. They love to help Grandpa Pig in the garden. "What are you doing, Grandpa Pig?" asked Peppa. "I'm planting seeds." "What happens to the seeds?" "They grow into plants. I make a small hole in the ground, put the seed inside and cover it with earth. Then I water it. Everything in my garden grows from seeds like this."
Wow!
"Ouch!" says Grandpa Pig. An apple fell on his head. Peppa and George laugh. Grandpa laughs too. "Look," he says, "inside the apple are more seeds." "To grow more apple trees," says Peppa. "I want to plant a seed," Peppa says. She makes a little hole and puts a seed in it. Then she covers the seed with earth. Grandpa lets her water it. "Now we wait for it to grow," he says. Peppa waits. George waits. They wait and wait and wait. "It's not doing anything," says Peppa. Grandpa Pig laughs. "You have to be patient." "Ah! What's this?" says Peppa. "It's a monster." "Monster," says George. Grandpa Pig laughs. "It's just a little snail." "Arr," says George. "Monster." He likes a snail. "Let's play snails," says Peppa. Grandpa Pig finds some baskets for Peppa and George, and they play snails in the garden. "Look," says Peppa, "a butterfly. Why do butterflies love flowers?" "They drink from flowers," says Grandpa Pig.
Wow!
"They drink the flower's nectar. It's their food." "Look at me, I'm playing butterfly," Peppa shouts. George wants to be a butterfly too. "No, George, I am a butterfly. You can play worm." George doesn't want to play worm. "Come on, George," says Grandpa Pig. "Playing worm is fun." Grandpa Pig shows George how to lie on the ground and wiggle. Soon Peppa wants to play worm too. Grandpa plants some more seeds. He drops them on the ground. But when he turns around, a little bird is eating them. "Shoo! Shoo!" says Grandpa. Granny Pig comes to see. "We need a scarecrow," she says. Grandpa Pig brings Peppa and George to his garden shed. "We'll find lots of things in here to make a scarecrow with," he says. He finds sticks, string, some straw, and an old sack. They build the scarecrow, then dress it in some old clothes. Peppa and George paint a face. The birds see the scarecrow. They stop eating Grandpa's seeds. "The birds look sad," says Peppa. "They must be hungry." Granny Pig brings out a bird feeder. "Lunchtime, birds," she calls. Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig have come. Granny Pig needs blackberries to make a pie for lunch. Everybody wants to help. "This blackberry bush has been here since I was a little girl," says Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig climbs a ladder to get to the berries at the top. Oh no! Mummy Pig falls into the bush. Where is she? Mummy Pig is okay, but she looks like a berry bush. Peppa and George pick berries from the mummy bush. Grandpa Pig, Peppa and George finish picking vegetables for lunch.
Hooray!
They make a salad. Granny Pig cuts up a cucumber. I love cucumbers, says Peppa. Yuck, says George. He doesn't like salad. Grandpa has an idea. He gives George a new plate.
Dinosaur,
says George. He eats the salad. He likes it. He loves Granny Pig's blackberry pie too. Yum! The end. Peppa Pig, Peppa's school day. Peppa is going to school today. All of her friends are there. Today we have a new student, says Madame Gazelle. This is Emily Elephant. Emily is shy. She does not know what to say. Everyone is excited to meet Emily. Can I show Emily how we do show and tell? asked Peppa. Of course, says Madame Gazelle. Peppa tells the class about her teddy bear.
wow,
Next, it's free time. What would you like to do today? Peppa asks Emily. There is painting, clay or building blocks. Emily chooses building blocks. Peppa shows Emily how to stack the blocks. You put one on top of another, says Peppa. Like this? asks Emily.
wow,
Wow, say the children. Emily Elephant is good at stacking blocks.
hooray!
Next, it's playtime. Come on, Emily, shouts Peppa. At playtime we go outside, says Candy Cat.
Meow.
All the children run outside. First, they go down the slide. Whee! Then they play a game. Who is the loudest? asked Peppa. They all make loud sounds. What a lot of noise. Emily, you try, says Peppa. Emily makes a noise like a trumpet. She is the loudest of all. Can you spin the hula hoop? Susie Sheep asks Emily. Emily can spin the hula hoop. She is good at lots of things.
Wow.
But there is still one game left to play. My favourite game is jumping in muddy puddles, says Peppa. That is my favourite game too, shouts Emily. Peppa and Emily are so happy they are friends. What a nice day at school. The end. Peppa Pig, Creepy Cobwebs. Look at all the cobwebs. Mummy Pig says that cobwebs mean spiders, and spiders are creepy. Peppa likes creepy things. When it gets dark, she makes scary faces with her torch. What else is scary? A wiggly worm? Fizzing fireworks? Or a rocket ride to the moon? At the museum, George meets a very scary dinosaur. Luckily, it is only a robot. Even Daddy Pig gets the creeps sometimes. Don't worry, it's only Mr. Skinny Legs. And if things ever get too scary, Mummy Pig is there to give everybody a big piggy cuddle. The end. Peppa Pig, Peppa's Royal Party. Peppa and her family were very excited when Mr. Zebra, the postman, arrived with a special letter. "This is for you, Mummy Pig," he said. "It has a crown on it. I think it must be from the Queen."
Wow!
Mummy Pig opened the envelope very carefully. "What does it say?" cried Peppa. "It's an invitation," said Mummy Pig. "The Queen is giving me an award for the book I wrote.
Wow!
She has invited us and her friends to her Platinum Jubilee garden party."
Hooray!
"Oh, goody," said Peppa. "What's a Platinum Jubilee party?" "It's a special party to celebrate the Queen having been Queen for 70 years, explained Daddy Pig. "Wow," gasped Peppa. "She must be nearly as old as you, Daddy." Daddy Pig chuckled. "Almost," he said. Peppa phoned her friends to invite them to the Queen's party. "There will be lots of guests," Peppa told Rebecca Rabbit.
Wow!
"I'll ask my mummy to pack a giant picnic," said Rebecca. "The Queen has a big garden," Peppa told Susie Sheep. "We should take some games to play." "Yippee!" cried Susie. "I'll do that." "What should I wear?" asked Danny Dog. "Your smartest clothes," said Peppa, "and bring boots for jumping in puddles." "I know just what to pack," said Freddy Fox. The Queen sent a big red bus to take everyone to the palace. "Are you sure we need all these bags?" asked Danny Pig. "You can't turn up to a royal party without bringing anything," said Mummy Pig. "That'd be very rude." "Oh, very true," said Daddy Pig. "We wouldn't want to be rude." Peppa and her friends made up a song on their way to the palace. They sang it very loudly. "It's the royal party today, let's sing all the way. It's the royal party today, hip hip hooray." As the bus got closer to the palace, there were lots of people setting up their own garden parties for the Queen's Jubilee. Peppa and her friends tried to do special little royal waves. "Lots of people are celebrating with the Queen today," said Daddy Pig. When they arrived at the palace, everyone was very excited. "I think there will be a giant chocolate fountain," whispered Susie. 70 giant chocolate fountains," said Freddy. "I think she will have an enormous gold cake," whispered Peppa. 70 enormous gold cakes," said Freddy. The doors opened and they were led out to the palace gardens. They were surprised to see no food or drinks or games. Hello there," said the Queen. "Thank you for coming. I'm afraid we had a slight hiccup." "Sorry to hear you have hiccups, Your Majesty," said Peppa. "No, I'm quite all right," replied the Queen. "It's my party planner. He got the date muddled up. He thought the Jubilee was tomorrow, so we cannot have my party today."
Oh no!
Everyone gasped. "But you must have your party, Your Majesty," said Peppa. Must I? asked the Queen. Oh, yes, said Peppa. The whole country is waiting to celebrate with you. I'm not sure I can, said the Queen. I don't have any party things. We've brought some with us. What do you need? asked Peppa. That's very kind, but we need an awful lot, said the Queen. Food for all the guests. My mummy sent this picnic for everyone, said Rebecca, unpacking a giant picnic with plates of cakes, sandwiches and jellies. My dad packed these teapots and chairs, said Freddie. They're made of real fake gold. This picnic looks wonderful, said the Queen, but what will we do other than eat and drink? I don't have any games. I have these, Your Majesty, said Susie, who had 3 big boxes of garden games. Wow! Will they be okay? What fun, said the Queen. Yes, they will do quite nicely. Peppa and her friends pulled out balloons, bunting, and even a music box from their bags. Soon the garden was transformed into a royal party fit for a queen. How extraordinary, said the Queen. You have brought everything one needs for a royal party. You could say we pulled it out of the bag, ma'am, said Daddy Pig. When the other guests started to arrive, they were very impressed. It looks wonderful, they said. This is the best Jubilee ever. The Queen presented Mummy Pig with her award. Then everyone tucked into the picnic. But as they finished eating... Oh no, gasped the Queen. I believe it's raining. Whatever shall we do? Don't worry, said Peppa. I've got an idea. Peppa whipped out a pair of boots with a crown on them and pointed at a muddy puddle. I brought a spare pair of boots for you, Your Majesty. How delightful, Peppa, said the Queen. I dare say a royal party is not a royal party without some muddy puddle jumping. 3 cheers for the Queen! And Peppa! Everyone cried. That evening, everyone sat down to watch the Queen make a speech. I would like to thank Peppa Pig, said the Queen. Without her help, my Platinum Jubilee would not have gone ahead. I am giving her the Queen's Award for Royal Party Planning. Hooray! One does love a royal party, said Mummy Pig. Everyone loves a royal party. The end. Peppa Pig, Grandpa Pig to the rescue. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George for a ride on his little train, Gertrude. Gertrude has rubber wheels so we don't have to go on train tracks, says Grandpa Pig. Wow! I love Gertrude, says Peppa. Miss Rabbit is in her big train, taking the grown-ups to work. Morning, Grandpa Pig, calls Miss Rabbit. Out on your toy train again. Gertrude is not a toy. She is a miniature locomotive, says Grandpa Pig. The big train is going very fast. It can go much faster than Gertrude. Oh no, the big train has broken down. Gertrude catches up with Miss Rabbit's big train. You need to get yourself a train that doesn't break down like Gertrude, says Grandpa Pig. That's a good idea, says Miss Rabbit. I'm borrowing your little train. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. All the passengers climb into Gertrude and Grandpa Pig is left behind. Oh no! Mrs. Cow is waiting for the train at the next station. Has the train sunk? asks Mrs. Cow. No, this is a toy train, says Miss Rabbit. Gertrude is not a toy train. She is a miniature locomotive, says Peppa. There's a traffic jam on the road, so Miss Rabbit takes a shortcut.
Bonk, bonk.
Hello, ducks, calls Peppa as they ride past the duck pond. Gertrude might not be very fast, but at least she can ride on the grass. Gertrude crawls up the very steep hill.
Wow!
You can make it, cheer the passengers. Gertrude reaches the top of the hill very slowly. By the time she reaches the last station, it will be time for everyone to go home again. Back down the line, Grandpa Pig is trying to mend the big train. Grandpa Pig loves mending things. So many interesting bits and bobs, says Grandpa Pig, but can he put them back together again? Finally, Gertrude reaches the station, and so does Grandpa Pig with the big train. You've mended it, says Peppa. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. Everyone gets in the big train ready to go home. Off we go, says Miss Rabbit. Stop, cries Peppa. What about Gertrude? We can't leave her behind. Don't worry, we can take the toy train as well, says Miss Rabbit. She uses a crane to hoist Gertrude into the big train.
Wow!
Gertrude is not a toy, says Grandpa Pig. We know, says Miss Rabbit. She is a miniature locomotive. Miss Rabbit drives all the passengers and Gertrude home.
Hooray!
Everyone agrees that Gertrude is the best miniature locomotive in the whole world. Gertrude is the best train in the whole world, says Peppa. The end. Peppa Pig Canal Boat. Today, Peppa and George are visiting the dog family to celebrate Captain Dog's birthday.
Hooray!
His cake has a sailing boat decoration on it.
Wow.
Open your present, says Mummy Dog. It's a boat trip, says Captain Dog. That's just what I wanted. Captain Dog puts on his captain's hat and daydreams about their trip. You can go anywhere you want with a sailing boat, says Captain Dog. He imagines sailing to a beautiful tropical island. Then Captain Dog imagines spotting a big blue whale from his sailing boat. He can't wait for the adventure to begin.
Wow!
All aboard! Cries Captain Dog. He tries to raise the sail, but he can't see it anywhere. Canal boats do not have sails. Just push the button to make it start, says Mummy Dog. Oh, I see. Off we go, says Captain Dog. Captain Dog decides to go faster. You should slow down, says Mummy Dog. They are getting close to a mountain. Look out! Shouts Peppa. We're going to crash. No, we're going into the tunnel, says Mummy Dog calmly. It is exciting inside the tunnel.
Wow.
It's gone all dark, gasped Danny. And our voices sound funny, says Peppa. This canal boat is fun after all, says Captain Dog. Soon they approach a second mountain. There must be another tunnel, says Captain Dog. Actually, we're going over it this time, says Mummy Dog. We call this a lock. Carefully, Captain Dog stops the boat. Watch, I'll show you, says Mummy Dog. She opens up the gates to the lock. And Captain Dog drives the boat in. Then Mummy Dog closes the lock gates and lets the water pour in slowly from the other side. We're going up, gasped Peppa. The boat is lifted up as the lock fills with water. Mummy Dog opens the gates and Captain Dog drives the boat out of the lock. We're in the sky, shouts Peppa. We're sailing over a bridge, says Danny.
Wow.
I've sailed through the mountains and across the sky, says Captain Dog. This is my best birthday ever. The end. Peppa and the Big Train. Today, Peppa and her friends are going on a train ride together. Hooray! They all cheer excitedly. Mr. Rabbit is the station master. He checks all the tickets. Tickets, please. Chug, chug, choo, choo, toot, toot. Miss Rabbit is driving the train. Here comes the big train, cheers Peppa. All aboard, says Mr. Rabbit. Then he waves a flag and blows his whistle. The doors shut, clank, clank, and the train leaves. Chugga, 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 chugga. Here are your activity sheets, says Madame Gazelle. You have to spot a boat, a red light, and a tunnel on the train ride. I see some trees, shouts Peppa. Are trees on the list? Asks Emily Elephant. No, replies Peppa. I see clouds, cheers Susie Sheep. Are clouds on the list? Asks Candy Cat. No, replies Susie. I see Grandad Dog, shouts Pep. Is Grandad Dog on the list? Grandad Dog isn't on it, laughs Danny Dog. But he is sailing a boat, says Rebecca Rabbit. And the boat is on the list, adds Zoe Zebra. Hooray! Everyone cheers. Clickety-clack, the train rides on the track, sing the children. Suddenly the train screeches to a halt.
Bonk, bonk.
The ducks cross the track. A red light, cries Peppa. That's on our list. Oh, sighs Emily Elephant. We still haven't seen a tunnel. Just then, the train goes dark. We're in a tunnel, cries Susie Sheep. Hooray! Cheer all their friends. The tunnel is the last thing on their sheets. Last stop, cries Miss Rabbit. Everybody off. But how are we getting home? asked Peppa. We are home, Peppa, says Madame Gazelle. The children were so busy spotting things, they didn't notice that the great big train had gone in a great big circle. The end. Peppa and the Great Vacation. Peppa Pig and George are packing to go on vacation. You can't bring everything, says Daddy Pig. But we need all our toys, says Peppa. Just your favourites, says Daddy Pig. Peppa brings Teddy. George brings his dinosaur. Dinosaur, arr, says George. Can Goldie come too? asked Peppa. Sorry, Peppa, Goldie can't join us, but Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig will look after her. The car is packed and the family is on the road. When will we get there? calls Peppa from the back seat. Daddy Pig tells Peppa that they have a long drive. I miss Goldie, says Peppa. Do you think she's all right? I think so, says Mummy Pig. Peppa calls Grandpa Pig just to make sure. At the vacation house, Mummy Pig unpacks her suitcase. She brought a lot of things. Daddy, you found the pool, calls Peppa. Yes, says Daddy Pig, I did. Mummy Pig goes shopping in town. Peppa and George want to have pizza for lunch. Mummy Pig has found some presents for Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig. That won't all fit in your suitcase, says Daddy Pig. I want to get something too, says Peppa. I hope it's small, says Daddy Pig. It is, says Peppa. It's a postcard and it doesn't have to go in a suitcase. It will go in the mail. The next day, Peppa and her family go on a nature walk. Daddy Pig has packed a big picnic lunch. There's nothing but trees, says Peppa. Look around, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. There is lots to see here. Peppa looks around. Tracks, she says. I see tracks. Dinosaur? asked George. No, George, not dinosaur tracks, says Peppa. The tracks come to an end. Peppa gets Daddy Pig's binoculars and looks up. I see birds, a mother and babies in a nest. Peppa likes looking through the binoculars. Next she looks down. I see ants, she says. They're carrying leaves for lunch and salad. Yuck, says George. Peppa is hungry. So are Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig and George. Time for a nice picnic lunch. Peppa can't wait to tell Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig what a nice day they had on the nature walk. That evening, Peppa calls Grandpa Pig. He promises to tell Goldie that Peppa misses her and that she will soon be home. We're taking good care of her, he says. The next day, Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig take Peppa and George to the beach. It's a sandy beach with lots of rocks. Peppa finds a shell. George finds a fossil. Daddy Pig finds a crab. There's a tide pool, says Peppa. Peppa and George look into the tiny pool. There are small plants. There's a gold coin, says Peppa. Ew, says George. Something is making bubbles. What could it be? A fish, says Peppa. Hello, fish. You would love my fish, Goldie. Vacation is nearly over. Time to pack the suitcases and get back in the car. It's a long drive home, but Peppa has Teddy to keep her company in the backseat. She has George too. It has been a great vacation, but she can't wait to see Goldie. Mummy Pig gives Granny Pig her present. Peppa runs to see Goldie. Oh, you've grown, she says. A lot. She seemed hungry, says Grandpa Pig. Mr. Zebra arrives. I have a postcard all the way from the beach, he says. Look, Goldie, says Peppa, you've got mail, something from our great vacation. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.